Hey, Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Akwakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who has taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and rest of life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, video is edifying. Lowly, I can get something from this video. Yeah, man, I was watching that Dr. Umar interview that he did with the Breakfast Club, but I didn't finish the interview, so it might be a part two. But just, watching it, I was actually driving somewhere, and I was like, let me click on this interview to see what this dude had to say. And a lot of our people don't realize or understand or don't bring their intelligence past Africa. When you go to the Bible dictionary, right, and you go to the definition for Ham, okay, which Ham is the so-called Africans. They're really Hamites. When you go to the definition of Ham, it says the progenitor of the dark races, but not the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Okay, the Negroes are a part of Shem, okay, which we can't be anti-Semitic, because we're Shem, and the guy named was Shem. It wasn't Sem. Okay, Esau is also Shem as well, but we are the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. They would be like the Hebrew Edomites, so to speak. Okay. So-called white people. And Africans, right, will be your Hamites. So they're not even in the same, technically the same bloodline as us. You know what I mean? Just a black cat and a black dog isn't the same thing. Okay. You people know the difference between so-called Chinese and so-called Japanese, but don't know the difference between Negroes and Africans. You got to do your research, man. You have to, that Pan-African and all this and building schools and all that and, trying to make black people come together. You got to understand that before you could clean a neighborhood, you got to clean the house. All black people don't want to come together. All so-called black people don't want to come together. He mentioned something very important in the first part of that interview when he's trying to get his school built, right? Which he ended up getting it built, but it took 3 years to get funding from black people. It took 3 months to get funding from Edomites that he went to, which I guarantee you that they have, a specific, some type of percentage or, some type of perk for, that has to do with the school, right? So if the school was more, if it was about uniting so-called black people, you wouldn't have got Edomites involved. Edomites don't do anything without, any reward, so to speak. They don't, unless they're confusion to face, right? They don't do anything, if it doesn't have a benefit towards them. Scriptures tell you never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So you got to understand, like, niggas don't realize, like, if you look at the Kanye situation, right? Those Amalekites, he was in league with the Amalekites, and, as soon as he pissed them off, they pulled, and got rid of contracts that was signed on both parties, which showing you that, nigga, you ain't got no power, which leads me to this. Our people, you can't build or rebuild a nation off the mercy of another nation. I'm going to say that again. You cannot rebuild or build a nation off of the mercy of another nation, which means when we took Jerusalem through the Lord, had part, but it was through the Lord, right? Because the Lord, controls the steps of men. And the Lord, gave us that land. But we had an army, and when the house of David was established, we had an army, we had mighty men, we were a mighty nation. You can't build, you can build, a so-called school or so-called community in, the heat in the midst of the heathen nation until the heathen nation show their horns. See, you don't have anything without power, which you don't have anything without an army. You don't have anything without fear. Okay? The other nations aren't scared of us. Scriptures say what? Oh, thou worm Jacob. A worm doesn't have a defense mechanism. This is why you might say, oh, why Hebrew Israelites don't build, why they don't do this, why they don't do that. Well, we understand that this is not our time. We understand that the kingdom is Yahweh Shai's, man. When Yahweh Shai come back and say he's gonna have, many crowns, which means he's gonna take over nations. He's gonna take over rulership. When you go to Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, it tells you that the law, or that top body government, that top mountain, will be Israel, Jerusalem, the real biblical Israelites. When the heathen see Yahweh Shai coming back, scriptures say they durst fight, even though Yahweh Shai and the elect have, they're going to win, which, Lord willing, I'm one of those men. We're going to win. The heathen are still going to fight, man. It said they are afraid, but they durst fight. But you can't fight against an angelic force. You can't establish so-called black school or so-called black whatever off of the mercy of a heathen nation. And any man that understands war, any man that understands his enemy, understands that you don't build in your enemy's backyard. You take over the house. You take over the neighborhood. This is how you take over things, man. But you got to have power to do it. So what about when Esau say, fuck your school? Or, you know what, everybody in your school has to be chipped. Or everybody has to receive, everybody has to get that vaccine. What if Esau say, you know what? Since we signed those contracts or help fund this school, you can't teach certain things in your school. See? Esau isn't scared of Jake right now. But once we get the power, Esau and the other nations will be terrified. They'll be scared and they will be put in subjection. You can't build in your enemy. You shouldn't even want to build off the mercy of another nation. And to rebuild a nation, you first have to know who you are. Get past Africa, man. Look at the ancient maps. Why was western parts of Africa named after Israelite tribes? Think about it, man. You niggas got to get past. We got to get past Africa. Just get past the color of the skin, man. It's not about your intelligence go as far as the color of someone's skin. It's not about what someone looks like. You got Israelites who look Asian. You got Israelites who look like Ham. You got Israelites that look white. You got Israelites that look Japanese. You got Israelites that look Hawaiian. You got Israelites that look Italian. You got Israelites that look Irish. You got Israelites that, you got Israelites scattered across the four corners of the earth, man. And you're limited to, black people got it, black. But you got to understand that black people ain't even fucking with it. So called black people, if they was, it wouldn't have took 3 years to build a school. Which goes to show you that, nigga, you trying to unite. Oh, but we got to teach, black men integrity and this and that, woot. But niggas are still killing niggas. Niggas are still gangbanging. Niggas are still committing adultery. Niggas are still, selling drugs. Niggas are still doing all kind of manners of wickedness and evil. Niggas not gonna stop nigging until Yahweh Shai come back, man. Niggas ain't gonna stop nigging until Yahweh send Yahweh Shai back. Come on, man. But hey, 2/3 of Israel have to take part in that fire. I just pray and hope that I'm not a 2/3. I pray and hope that I'm part of the elect or the 1/3, man. Okay? I pray and I hope that I'm one of Yahweh Shai's joint heirs, man. All of our people aren't going to get it. See, Last thing I say before I end the video, what is that? Isaiah 31:1. What does it say? It says, "Woe to you that trust in the shadow of Egypt," which your modern day Egypt is America, man. America's a young nation. You're not going to find it in the name America in the Bible, but what you will find is different names that spiritually represent America, like Sodom and Egypt, virgin daughter of Babylon, Idumea, Babylon the Great. You're gonna find different, because this captivity represents all the other captivities. Anything you can find in those captivities, whether it be from idol worship, Sodom, confusion, this nation represents that and to push forward that. That's why this nation has 200 million missiles prophesied to be crashed, and it's gonna obliterate America, man, according to the Bible, period. It don't matter if you people like it, it don't matter if you don't like it, whatever. According to the Bible, you got 200,000, that's what it says in Revelation, which is 200 million missiles that's going to be shot down on this place, America, that you people love. So why would you establish yourself into a burning building? Why would you establish or try to get established in a building that's decaying, in a building that's going to be destroyed? You're a fool. What you should be trying to do is get one with the Lord and understand the Lord and try to wake up the majority of your people, because our people won't know integrity until they know the Lord. You won't know integrity until you know and understand and get wisdom. You won't have integrity until you understand the law, statutes, and commandments. You won't have it, man. You won't understand your enemy until you understand who you are. Okay? That's why scriptures say, lay your treasures up in heaven where rust no mouth can't corrupt, nor where thieves can break through and steal, man. Scriptures say what? This is not our rest. But scriptures also say what? In the land of our captivity, we should remember ourselves. America is, we were captive, and we are captive in America, and now we are remembering ourselves, showing you that the Bible is alive. It's a book that tells you what happened, what's currently happening, and what's going to happen. Okay, so it might be a part 2 to this video, man, after I complete the interview. The Spirit hop on me to do another video, I will. But I just wanted to say those couple things, man. Just a couple quick topics. Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord willing, I give God something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kwakadash. I want to tell you brothers, keep pushing. On to the next. Shalom.